Growing clientele through social media is one of the hardest things that I have ever had to master. Like, you're posting consistently, you're using the trending sounds, you're following the trends, you have a content plan and marketing strategy, and you're using the information from the screenshots from all of the people that you've screenshot different strategies from across social media, and none of it is working. I know what that feels like. It is draining, it is exhausting, it is discouraging, and it is a real confidence killer. You are not alone, and I think I know what the problem is. Hey y'all, I'm T the Brand, fellow Lashpreneur and Lash marketing mentor. I teach lash artists to market smarter, lash better, and grow their clientele. Welcome to my channel, and if you're tuned in to the Powerhouse Lash podcast, welcome back for another episode. The topic of content and all of the things that it requires from you is draining within itself, but I hope that the content of this episode, this video, will help you to stress less when it comes to creating lash content that has purpose, and that purpose births more bookings. So let's get to it. There are a list of things that I can share with you about why your content may not be attracting the clients that you want and getting them to book, but none of those things are going to matter if we don't address the root cause. And the root cause 10 times out of 9 is that you don't know who it is that you're talking to. This person that you are creating this business for is called your target audience or your ideal client. I'm going to use those terms interchangeably throughout our conversation. They mean the same thing. Your target audience is the person that you are creating your business for, the person that you want to service and would love to duplicate across your books to fill your clientele list. Your target audience is also the foundation for every single thing you do in your lash business. When you decide on the branding of your business, meaning the identity, that's your logo, your colors, the fonts that you use, the tone, the messaging, the voice that you have, we got a whole nother video on branding that I'll do. But when you go into creating how people will recognize your business, that should not be based off of you and your favorite colors and what you like. It should, of course you should like it because you have to exist in it and, run it. But most importantly, those things should be able to connect with the person that you're building the business for. If your main color attraction is red and I don't like red, I'm really kind of turned off to your content, so I'm going to keep scrolling, and that's okay. I may not be the client for you. But if your colors are, purple, and I love purple, I'm going to be attracted when I see your post. So you have to make sure that what you're doing is built for this person. Is it deeper than that? Absolutely, and we're going to get into that. I just wanted to give like a little example. Same thing goes with your content. If you are creating content that does not speak to your target audience and where they are in life, what their interests are, things that they need to be educated on about lash extensions because they don't know, they're going to keep scrolling because your content does not apply to them. And again, that is okay because everybody is not our client. Everybody cannot be our client, and we don't want everybody to be our client. So I gave this example of how your target audience impacts your brand identity and your content creation because you want to keep in mind, again, that this is the foundation of everything that you're doing in your business. So let's dive into the first thing that I love to teach about target audience. The first part of target audience that I love to cover is age range. And I love to start here because this is where we get stuck at as lash artists. And that is because, especially in those beginner stages when we are really hungry for clientele and income, we want everybody and anybody to be our client. And that's just not how the world works. So age range, I strongly recommend a 3 to 5 year age range. And that's because it makes your job as a marketer a whole lot easier because you are talking to one targeted or specific person, so you know what this person wants and needs to see. Understanding your ideal clients or target audience's age range helps you to gain insight into her priorities and her lifestyle. Let's take a 20-year-old and a 35-year-old. If we want to be able to reach both of them, there's really no way to do that with one piece of content. When you think about a target audience, I want you to think about a target that has a bullseye. What's the goal? To hit the dart in the center. Well, if this target is your ideal client, you want to hit the bullseye. The darts, what are they? Your content, how you are connecting and communicating with your ideal clients. Understanding how old she is helps you understand where she may be in life. The 20-year-old, she may be in college or working a retail job. She may be a business owner. She may not have steady, stable, consistent income. She may not have responsibilities such as being a wife or being a mom. So her life is going to look a lot different from that 35-year-old who may be a wife or a mom, who may have a stable career, who may have different priorities. So understanding how old your ideal client, that plays a huge part into how you show up for her through your content. Speaking of content, understanding her age helps you to choose content that resonates with your ideal client. This is the part that really messes us up. We create content that we think anybody will want to see. Good lash pictures, good reels, and whatever else it is that you could be posting, but they're not created specifically with this one person in mind. So what happens is on that bullseye, you got darts flying and hitting everywhere, hitting the target, hitting around the target, hitting the wall and whoever is standing behind the target. This target audience helps you to stay grounded, because remember, it is foundational, and it helps you to make sure that everything that you are putting out regarding content is being received by the clients that you would love to have. And this, again, this video is going to help you understand who those clients are. It also helps you to kind of narrow your voice down, your visuals, and your just the overall vibe of your brand, or the identity of your brand, which is your brand identity. And so it helps you to narrow that down. And when I say your voice and your visuals, everything is not going to be attractive to everybody. The way that I talk is the way that I talk to my clients. And some people might not like that. Maybe I'm too direct. Maybe I don't know, I'm not fluffy enough or bubbly enough. Who knows? But my personality, my tone of voice for my business may not resonate with somebody who's looking for a more fun vibe. I'm offering peaceful services. You come in, the room is dimly lit, we got a little spa music or smooth jazz playing. So the way that I communicate with my clients is of that nature, versus somebody who is looking for something trendy and something fun. They may want to hear music that's playing on the radio, or a little R&B, something that they can vibe to and get with. That's great. You're not going to get that at Powerhouse Lash Haven, but you may get it with the lash artist around the corner. This is specific to target audience. I don't want clients who want to come in and party. I want clients who want to come in, relax, take a break from whatever they've been, dealing with, whether it's good things, bad things. Sometimes you just need some time to chill. I want to offer that space to my clients. So understanding who my ideal clients are, that helps me to create a vibe and content that matches what she is looking for. Moving on with age, it helps you to shape your client experience. I feel like I just kind of talked about that a little bit. What she's experiencing when she sees your Instagram page. What's the energy like? What she's experiencing when she comes into your work quarters. What is the energy like? What are you giving her? And I don't mean tangible things necessarily, but what is she getting from the service other than the service? Does it match what she wants? Again, like I said, I like my clients to come in and chill and woosah. You might like your clients to come in and, let's, I don't know, pour a glass of wine or something. I love wine, but that's not the point. Excuse me. Okay, so it also helps you to know when and where to show up. Everybody is not on every platform. That 20-year-old may or may not be on Facebook, but that 35-year-old, you may catch her on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. So now you know, okay, I don't need to post on Facebook, or I need to be posting across all of these platforms. The point of this isn't to encourage you to post across all platforms. It's to help you, again, remember that target audience and think about where she is, so you know where to be and you know when to be there. And when I say when to be there, I'm talking about, think about this as a whole person. If you are posting at 8 o'clock in the morning, what is the 20-year-old doing? What is the 35-year-old doing? Is she scrolling? Will she see this within the hour or so? If not, you need to consider, or you should consider, when she'll be scrolling, so that you can get ahead and post and make sure that, possibly your post pops up on her timeline. Understanding your target audience age range also helps you to eliminate confusion in your branding. We kind of talked about that a little bit, but I'll go into more of that. Actually, I'm going to just give it to you right now, baby. We already here. So it helps you eliminate confusion within your branding. Everything is not going to be attractive to everybody. The way, and as I spoke about, the tone that I use may not be attractive to a client who is not my ideal client. My space, my experience may not be what she's looking for. It'll never be bad, but it may not be what she's looking for. or the colors that I use with my business. I love to use the reds, especially these days. Red might not be attractive to you, but colors make people feel things, and we'll talk about this in another video about connecting your brand or building your brand identity around your target audience. So, you know, she sees your stuff and it's like, ooh, I like that. We'll talk about that in another video, but that is super important. And then also, age helps you to build a deeper emotional connection because, again, you understand where this woman is in her life. Age range also plays a huge part in making sure that your job as a lash marketer is easier. You are not trying to create content with all this different language. It helps you to really target the way that you create your captions, what you're saying. And yes, you're going to be saying the same stuff over and over again, but you're supposed to be, because that's what consistency is. And it makes your job a lot easier to not have to code switch for the 20-year-old, the 35-year-old, and the 57-year-old. Let's move on. The second thing that you want to consider when you are creating your target audience is their location. Location in general, because your location matters too. One thing that I see a lot of lash artists do is not have their location in the name tag on Instagram. When you do not have your location there, it is hard for clients to find you, because usually when people are searching, they are searching for an area. For example, Dallas lash artists, Houston lash artists, Atlanta lash artists. If they don't know where you're located, you're not going to even come up when they are searching. If you're not using a tag in your locations when people are searching for services in their area, you're not going to come up. So make sure that you have your location in your name, and then also make sure that you are using your location in your, when you're tagging when you use your location in your video. So tag your location in your content. Why was that so hard to get out? Location matters when targeted or specific location, because you want to make sure that you are not missing clients who are looking for a lash artist in your area. For example, I'm in Dallas, and so if I post that I'm a Dallas lash artist and there are lash artists, let's say in Mesquite, that are looking for me, or looking for a lash artist. When they are searching, they're searching for a Mesquite lash artist, not a Dallas lash artist. They may, but specifically they want someone close to them. So when they search for a Mesquite lash artist will pop up. When you're searching for a Dallas lash artist, I will pop up. Now let's just say I go broad because I want to be versatile and I want to be able to reach any and everybody, and I say that I'm a DFW lash artist. That's Dallas, Fort Worth, and I don't know why they combined our metroplexes. Those two different cities. Anyway, but let's say you're in Dallas and or a client is in Dallas and she's looking for a Dallas lash artist. When she searches for a Dallas lash artist, she's not going to find me because my tag and the location tag and the location in my name are reading DFW lash artist. So consider somebody who's in Fort Worth, which is 45 minutes from Dallas, at least 45 minutes from Dallas. I'm not trying to find somebody 45 minutes away. I want somebody who's closer to me, so they would search for a Fort Worth lash artist. The point in all of this is targeting a location, being very specific, helps you in so many ways when clients are searching for a lash artist in their area. So I strongly recommend, again, putting that in your name, putting that in your tagging your location in the content that you share. Understanding your target audience's location also helps you to create more specific prices and policies. For example, if you live in a booming poppin' city, you might be able to go full on luxury with your space and what it looks like and your prices. However, someone who lives in a more small, chill, not a whole lot of activity town who wants their lashes done, luxury may not communicate the same way to them. They may not want all the glitz and glam. They may want something calm, simple, that, you know, reflects their lifestyle. It's the same with pricing. If someone is from a smaller town, they're not looking to pay a gazillion dollars to get their lashes done. Does that mean that your quality isn't good? No, but what it means is you're creating a service for your ideal client or your target audience, and they need to be able to afford it. Speaking of, let's go ahead and move into the next topic. Let's talk about income. How much your clients make has a huge impact on how much you get to make. And I don't say this to say you need to set a requirement for your clients to make $100,000 a year. What you need to consider, remember, this is one whole person. So if this person is 20 years old, okay, her location might be great for you, but what about her income? Is she able to afford your price point for a full set? If she can, great. Before, we all know that full sets are not where the real reliable income is. It is in your fields and your returning loyal clients. So is she able to afford a 2-week field? Meaning she comes in meaning she comes in twice a month. Is she able to afford your 3-week field? Meaning she may come in once a month sometimes or 2 times a month sometimes. Can your lashes last 4 weeks for her to be able to get a 4-week field? Is it going to be worth it? Can she afford it to keep this up continuously? Now think about that 35-year-old. 2-week fields, she has more reliable and stable income because she's in a different area. And this is just, again, target audience. You get to create this person. Do not forget, I don't think I said it already, you get to create this person. You get to determine all of these things. You get to determine her age range. You get to determine what location you want to attract clients from and to. You get to decide what you want your prices to look like and understand that for some people, your prices are going to be too low. So it's going to be like, I don't know if she knows what she's doing. And for some people, or I don't know if I'm going to get the experience that I'm looking for. And for some people, your prices may be too high, and that's okay. Target audience. Everybody is not going to be our client. We don't want everybody to be our client. Everybody cannot be our client. Okay. So back on the income stream. So you want to make sure that whoever your ideal client is going to be able to afford your services. This also helps you to understand how to price your services. I give a price breakdown in one of my videos. I just basically encourage you to do backwards math. Decide how much you want to make for the month, divide that total by the number of weeks that are in the month, which is usually 4, sometimes 5, but 4 is the most common. Okay, so we have a number now. Now divide that number by how many days a week you're going to work. Okay, 5, now we have a new number. And so on those 5, across those 5 days, how many clients can you take a day? 3? Okay, now let's divide that 5-day price, because now we know how much we need to make each one of those 5 days to hit the weekly goal. How many clients a day will allow you to make that amount of money, allow you to make that amount of money, and then you can set your prices based on that. That's just what I've done, and it's been very helpful for me over the last few years. But that's my spiel on income. The important piece is that you do not get consumed with how much money your ideal client makes, but making sure that your ideal client, considering her age, her flexibility, and all these other things that we're about to talk about with target audience. How many is this? This is number 3. We have 4 more things to cover. So making sure that everything aligns so that this one person is being considered considered wholly. That's what I'm trying to say. Number 4, let's talk about her flexibility. This one knocks a lot of lash artists out the park too for being booked. You have to be available when your ideal client is available. And this helps you to create a work schedule that really works for you. And I say really works for you because if you do not want to work late nights or super early mornings, you're going to have to reconsider the person, the target audience that you were trying to connect with and convert to become your clients. You don't want to work early mornings or in the evenings, but if she's a doctor, if she's a teacher, if she has this 9 to 5 lifestyle, when do you think she's going to be able to come in? She may not have time within her day to break away from work to come get a lash fill. So that is going to be very important. Understanding your target audience's schedule helps you to, or flexibility helps you to create your schedule, or vice versa. You creating the schedule that you want to work helps you to better understand what type of clients you should service. Does this eliminate some people? Yes, but again, can't service everybody, don't want to service everybody, won't be able to service everybody. So, make sure that you have appointments available for the client that you have in mind. Their flexibility helps you with creating content as well, because it lets you know what kind of content to post. If you know that most of your clients have to come in on a weekend and you have a couple of weekend spaces open, now you know, okay, it's Wednesday, let me start posting. Saturday, I have this time and this time available. They won't last long. Book now, link in bio. Don't say book now, link in bio, but you get the point. Understanding your client's flexibility also helps you to create policies that actually align with the client, the target audience. Consider this person, if she's a doctor, okay, if she's a teacher as well, if she has a 9-to-5 job. Let's just say that she's supposed to be able to make it to her appointment by 5 p.m., but at 4 p.m. when she was on her way out the door, she got called in for a last minute or got last minute meeting or for a surgery, or a student was late being picked up. Does your policies create flexible boundary, or are your policies flexible for her? Meaning, if she's now 10 minutes late, is her appointment canceled? Does she have to pay a cancellation fee? She may be fine with that. But if that is the repeat because her job does not have a specific cutoff time, well, it does, but it doesn't. You understand what I'm saying? Do you have boundaries that work around? Do you have flexible boundaries? Do you have flexible policies? I think that's what I'm trying to say. We're talking about your ideal client's flexibility. Are you flexible in return? Understanding her flexibility allows you to now consider her income, and charging with convenience. For example, if you have a set work schedule and clients need a squeeze-in appointment, okay, now there's a fee attached to the squeeze-in appointment, and you aren't just accepting squeeze-ins out of desperation or lack. And when I say squeeze-in, I am not referring to, okay, I have a 8 o'clock client and a 10:15 client. I can squeeze you in at 9:30 and try to get you filled before that. We're not doing that. When I say squeeze-in, I'm talking about after hours. So I don't start till 8 o'clock, you need a 6 o'clock appointment. Okay, I'll get you in at 6 for X amount of dollars. Or if I'm done at 5 o'clock and you need a 7:30 appointment, okay, this is the fee for a 7:30 appointment. It allows you to just really be able to cater to your client. Remember, you are building this business for them and not for you. So you want to make sure, again, that everything is being built on top of the foundation of your target audience. Let's move on to number 5. Number 5, pain points, and this is one of my favorite components of creating your target audience. Again, you are creating this person, you are deciding all of the things, you are creating content around the things that you have decided about this person, and you are attracting this person. Your pain points are the things that make clients feel like, ooh, I have to get my lashes done, and I have to get them done by T the brand, or whatever your name is. These are the problems that your clients have that allow you to position yourself and your services as the solution. It helps you to understand what she is really dealing with. Did her last lash set not last but a week, and she needed to fill a week later and she felt like it was a waste of money? Did her lashes hurt because they weren't properly isolated, so her natural lashes couldn't grow and shed the way that they needed to? Was the environment uncomfortable for her? She wanted something more chill and it was party time with her other lash artists. What does your target audience need? And remember, you get to decide this. And the best way for you to go about deciding this, create you a strengths and weaknesses list for yourself. What are your strong points as a lash owner, lash artist and service provider? Do you have great retention? Are you communicative? Are you punctual, meaning you're on time? Do you create a experience that your clients cannot live without? What makes you special? And then understand that what makes you special, there are clients out there who are looking for that and cannot find that. So understanding her real problems helps you to really understand how you can be a solution. This also ties into your content. This makes your content so purposeful. If I had the choice if I'm choosing between 2 lash artists, one lash artist has amazing lash sets, period. Another lash artist has amazing lash sets, and she's going to make sure my lashes last 3 to 4 weeks. I gotta make a choice, flip a coin. I ain't flipping no coin. I'm going with the lash artist with the amazing lash sets and the whatever else it is that I'm looking for. That's why it's important for you to really know who your ideal client is so that you can create targeted content. It also helps you to stand out in a very crowded market. There are a gazillion lash artists everywhere, and that's okay, because to every gazillion lash artists, there are a gazillion, million, trillion, billion, gazillion more clients. So there are clients out there for every kind of lash artist, but by you creating content that speaks to your target audience's pain points or their problems, it now gives you an ear, or gives them a more inclined ear for what it is that you have to say and what it is that you have to offer. They're able to build trust with you faster, and that's all we're doing when we're marketing through social media. We are literally trying to build trust with complete strangers through the internet. So it is very important for you to understand what problems they have, how you can solve them. Okay, number 5 was pain points. Let's move on to number 6. Number 6. What are your ideal clients' goals? What do they want to do? Do they want to have a lash look for a special occasion? Do they want to have lashes that look very natural for their everyday lives? Do they want to have a look that says, hey, I have on lashes, but I ain't doing too much over here? What is it that they want to achieve? Are they trying to go for a fuller look because their natural lashes are sparse? Are they looking for an experience that really serves them? Like most of my clients come in here and they tell me, like, this is my me time. Their phone is off, and if it happens to not be off, I'm not in. Like, what are the things that your clients are looking for, and that way you can show up as those things. This is kind of like the pain point thing, but it gives you a different lens or a different angle to approach it from. It helps you understanding their goals, helps you to shape your service menu. Most lash artists offer all lash services or lash styles, meaning you can get a classic, hybrid, volume, mega volume, wispy these days, wet set. You know, you have specific styles. But if you are not the mega volume girly and you only want to do wet sets or specialize in very light natural sets, then that helps you to shape your service menu and target only clients or potential clients who are looking for those services. Does it weed people out? Yes, but again, can't lash everyone, don't want to lash everyone, won't be able to lash everyone. So everything that you are doing should be with your target audience in mind. Remember, foundation, all this other stuff, we're building on top of. Target audience is the foundation, branding might be the walls, content might be the doors and windows, marketing may be the full house. That don't quote that. That was just me throwing something out there. But the point of this is you have to understand her goals to be able to best service her. This is also how you create client loyalty and retention. When they know that you know what they want and you can provide what they want, they're going to keep coming back because everything is right here with you. So let's move on to number 7. And this is the last step. Character traits. Who is this person as a person? We know how old she is. We know where she's located. She knows where we're located. We know her income. We know her schedule flexibility. We know the pain points and the problems that she has. We know her goals, and we know, what was the last thing? Oh, that was number 6. Okay, so now we need to know who she is as a person. Understanding or deciding your ideal client's character traits. This helps you set the tone for your business and how it operates. What kind of client do you want? Do you want punctual clients, meaning that they care about being on time? This shows respect for their time and respect for yours. Do you want communicative clients, meaning that they respect you on a deeper level? If they are running late or if they do need to reschedule or cancel, they're not going to wait till the last minute to do that. They're going to reach out to you within enough time to let you know, hey, this is the situation, X, Y, and Z, with whatever your policies are. Do you want kind clients? Do you want funny clients? Do you want generous clients who tip? Like, what is it that you want from this person as a person? And the beautiful thing about this step is now it's your turn to show up as this person, because what you put out, who you put yourself out there to be, is exactly what you're going to get in return. If you like to post content with a bunch of charged language, then don't be surprised when you're attracting clients who come into your space and are using charged language. If you carry yourself as, you know, I'm just real chill, I'm wearing tights and a t-shirt every day, don't be surprised when you have clients who are real chill and come in with bonnets and tights and t-shirts. Like, who you put yourself, if you don't communicate to your clients when you're running late, for example, if the client's appointment is at 3 o'clock and you are you're running overtime at 2:45 on the client before, reach out to her in a decent amount of time to let her know, like, hey, I'm running behind. Is it okay if we adjust your time to this time? Thank you for your flexibility. It's all important. Who is this person? The character traits comes down to who is the person that you want to service, and can you reflect that? Can you, let me not just say reflect that, can you be that? A great way to handle this piece of target audience is for you to list out your strong character traits. What are the things that you love about you and that you would love to see reflected through your clientele? That is super important, and that will be super helpful. Understanding your client's character traits helps you to better manage conflict, and it also helps you to create a peaceful experience for your business. And you can be confident in your business and how you represent your business, and not desperate in wanting to get any and everybody in, subjecting yourself to rude clients, late clients, whatever kind of unideal client there may be for you. Those are the 7 things that I teach when it comes down to you deciding who your ideal clients is going to be. And I say deciding because you get to decide everything about this person so that you can best serve this person in a way that does not exhaust you, drain you, burn you out just from the thought of what you need to do to create content to connect with them and attract them. You don't have a content problem. It's just a clarity problem. And once you know who you're talking to, everything else is going to fall into place. Your target audience is the foundation of your business and everything that you do in it. Your brand, the content, the marketing strategy, those are the walls, windows, and the other important things to build a house and help it stand. If you have any trouble or feel like you need to go deeper, I can't put all of the education in this video. Like, the video would be over an hour long if I really went into all of the detailing and how you can make this specific for your business. That's why I encourage you to book a Power Hour clarity call. These calls are now my mentorship calls. They're an hour and a half where you and I get on Zoom, or if you're local, I don't mind meeting in person sometimes. And we tackle whatever it is you're dealing with. If you really want your content to be able to help you grow clientele, I don't care what you've tried. I don't care if you've posted on every app, Threads, Instagram, Facebook, I was going to say target audience, TikTok, Snapchat. I don't care if you have posted everywhere 60 times a day and still have not grown your clientele. Get the help that you need. Let me help you. Let's get on a call and let's really flush this out, who this person is, whether that's your target audience that you need help with. If you're solid on your target audience and you're like, girl, I don't know why my target audience isn't connecting with my brand, or why they don't like and engage with my posts, why I can't create content to actually get them in, that hour and a half is a strategy session for you and I, for you to get exactly what you need tailored to your business. The link is in the description box, and I'll be happy to help you. In my next marketing video, in these videos, the marketing videos, they drop on every Tuesday of every week, unless I'm not able to record one. But the next video will be about branding, how we can create our brand identity based off of who our target audience is. In the same way that I broke down the things that are important for creating a target audience, I'm going to break down the things that are important for creating a brand, but with your ideal client in mind, so that they can connect with your stuff and be attracted to it and go ahead and book with you. I hope that this video episode was helpful, and I will see y'all in the next one.